So yesterday we looked at the 23rd Psalm we've been doing, and we looked in verse 5. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And we talked about yesterday the fact that the only one who can keep God from blessing me is me. And so many times we think that other people hold the key to our blessing and our happiness and our fulfillment in life. But ultimately what David realizes is that God is able to bless him no matter what anybody else does. You see, we think that other people hold the key to that, but no, we do. If I live a life that God can bless, then there's nothing in the world that can stop God from blessing me. And so when I realize that my happiness and my hope are not ultimately dependent on others' actions and attitudes, I'm free to respond to them differently than if they did. Many of the problems that we face are due to the fact that we get this idea wrong. Think about loneliness. See, when we're going through loneliness, we think, I need someone, I need to find someone. But the reality is, no, I have everything I need in God. And when the time's right, if there's someone else there, God can bless me by bringing that relationship into my life. But I don't need that relationship, I need God. What is compromise? We compromise our values and our beliefs because we think, I need this person. I need to please someone. No, I need to follow and obey God. Hugh Latimer was a preacher in England, and during the reign of Henry VIII. And on one Sunday, Henry VIII came to church and Latimer preached, and his sermon displeased Henry VIII. And Henry VIII sent word that he would be coming again the next Sunday, and it was expected that Latimer would apologize for the offense in his message and that he would preach again the same text in a manner that did not offend the king. The next Sunday came, the king came in all of his pomp and prestige, and Hugh Latimer read his text. And then Hugh Latimer said these words, Hugh Latimer, dost you not know from whom you are this day to speak to the high and mighty monarch, the king's most excellent majesty, who can take away your life if you offend? Therefore take heed that you speak not a word that may displease. But then consider well, Hugh, do you not know from whence you come, upon whose message you are sent, even by the great and mighty God, who all is present, and who beholds all your ways, and who is able to cast your soul into hell? Therefore take heed that you deliver your message faithfully. He then proceeded to preach the same sermon he preached the week before, only this time with considerably more energy. Why did he not feel led to compromise his values and beliefs to please the king? Because he realized that there was someone greater than the king there. And that only God, or that only he could keep God from blessing him, not the king. So loneliness says I need to find someone. Compromise, I need to please someone. Competition says I need to use someone. Revenge says I need to hurt someone. But see, when I realize that no one else can keep God from blessing me but me, I can show love, respect, kindness, patience, and forgiveness because my hope is in God and not from them. They are not keeping God from blessing me. In fact, they are avenues through which I can gain God's blessing.